How do you develop emotional mastery? You know, a lot of folks go through their life and they feel bad about themselves. They go through their lives and they're not resilient when they go through difficult situations. They don't feel like they understand other people, or worse, they don't understand themselves. So emotionally, throughout the day, they go through doubt, fear, hurt, and anger reaction. They never get that point where they feel like they really connect, that they really have a solid feelings about themselves while they endure the difficult situation. You know, everything is so emotionally draining that it's just a constant battle to feel good. Let's talk about 5 ideas to develop emotional mastery in your life so that you can have more of a continuing feeling and sense of self and strength. Number 1, we got to begin with empathy before we even talk about our emotional world. Make ourselves more informed about the emotional world of others. A lot of folks fail to realize and observe the feelings that other people are experiencing. They're always in their own thing. I wouldn't call them narcissistic per se. They're consumed in their own thoughts where everything is about them. How do I feel? What do I think? What's happening to me? Sometimes the real understanding about ourselves comes in our connection to the feelings of others. Because the feeling of others can give us perspective into the feeling of ourselves. Let's say you volunteered at a soup kitchen or somewhere people are really struggling. It helps you develop a greater level of gratitude and appreciation. It trains your mind to develop concerns for others' emotions, which eventually benefits us in paying attention to our emotions. When you begin the journey to develop an emotional mastery in life, it's about time to connect with other people's emotions again, to see how they feel. Pay attention to what they are saying. Try to read into their body language a little bit, not to make assumptions, but to seek understanding. Like a camera, zoom into others' emotions. When you're watching a movie, when you're having lunch with your wife, when you're talking with kids, start asking yourself, what are they feeling? The more you're able to identify other people's emotions, the more you might learn something about yourself. To develop a greater connection and strength within yourself, develop a greater connection and strength with other people. Number 2, emotional mastery is self-reliance. You say that you're in charge of your emotional world by saying, I don't have to react to other people if they are angry. I don't have to become angry. I can control my thoughts. I don't have to have emotional contagion all the time, where I just react to other people's emotions. If you're running through life constantly like adjusting your emotions to everybody else's by just modeling them or mimicking them, then it's a disaster. You are on this emotional roller coaster all the time. You need to define how you want to feel, how you want to interpret this situation. Self-reliance means you are in charge of your life by saying, I am the one who's going to change things. I am the one who controls my focus, my attention, my time, and my actions. Third, develop self-confidence. Self-confidence is not something that's going to come tomorrow or the next day or after you get certified. You need to take a resolution to develop self-confidence by choosing to express who you are, by choosing to believe that no matter the situation or the struggle, you will believe that you are going to figure it out. Become like Sherlock Holmes, who's always confident, curious, and inquisitive. There might be plenty of reasons to doubt yourself, but you're going to trust that with enough time, attention, energy, resources, actions, and discipline, that you will figure out the lay of the land. This boost of confidence will help you master fear and doubt. You will be able to communicate to people with confidence as you master your mind to say, I choose to say, okay, I don't know these people, but I'm confident if I talk with them a little bit of time, things will go fine. Things will also be fine even if I put my foot in my mouth, as I will be able to turn things around shortly. I will trust in my ability to figure things out. That's self-confidence. You need to start addressing uncertainty this way so that emotional mastery comes from a place that's stable. Next one is social sharing. This emotional mastery comes from vulnerability. Real vulnerability means the vulnerability to believe in and accept my truths. But more importantly than anything, it's the strength to share my real thoughts, my real feelings, my real desires, my needs with people. Real vulnerability is a voice. Does the world know what you really think? Do your friends and family know who you really are? What you really feel and what you're really after? Because if you're not voicing those things in some way, that silence will lead to suffering. It's time to tell people what you think, even if they might not like it. It's time to tell people what you desire, even if they don't believe in you. When you socially share with responsiveness and responsibility, you do that with empathy, as some people won't like you. Maybe they won't accept it, or even some may be hurt by it. So you do it with sensitivity, but still are truthful about it. If you will do that, it develops confidence and it helps your brain know that I trust myself to say what is true, and a lot of emotional mastery comes from that self-honesty. The last thing is self-talk. Self-talk means you tell yourself how to feel. You tell yourself how to respond. You literally say things in your mind or out loud to yourself. When you are upset at a situation, take a walk away or talk to yourself on how would your best self respond to this situation right now. This training and practice will develop emotional mastery to give yourself cues and affirmations. This habit of telling yourself what to do over a period of time will train your brain and your emotions to fall into a state of sort of integrity between your mind and your heart. Your focused talk to talk yourself out of the negative feeling will start to make you feel better. These are the keys to the fundamentals of developing greater emotional control, greater emotional mastery.